What is up, guys? It's your girl here, Poem Maverick. Hope you guys are doing very well today. I have here, once again, a movie review. And this one was by my fellow movie lover, Chirag Sonani. They suggested that I watch 96. Now, 96 kind of hit home for me because I've been in situations where what would my life be if I took that path instead of this path? Or, a chance not taken because I was either too scared or I couldn't do it because of, something that happened. Like I couldn't do it because I couldn't drive, and even if I asked my parents to drive me, it would be a big fuss over gas or, oh, you're not going alone, or I don't want you going with those people, those kinds of things. Or like by the time I heard about, like, for example, Comic-Con, by the time I heard about the first Comic-Con, it was already too late. The days had already gone by and I was of course I was sad because, well, first of all, I wasn't promoted correctly, and second of all, I was at some place where I saw the flyer for it. I was so happy. I was like, "Oh my god, maybe I can go now." Come to find out that the dates had already passed, and things like that. So it was one of those things where like fate, cursed missed opportunities. If you're a Coldplay fan, but yeah, it's one of those things like chances not taken, or like what would it be if that ship didn't sail, woulda, shoulda, coulda, if woulda, shoulda, coulda wasn't involved, where would I be, things like that. And that's what 96 is about. So basically 96 is the year 1996. And it's when a group of people come in for their high school reunion. So Ram, the main character, he is a traveling photographer and he goes to his high school reunion. He's overwhelmed by memories. And the high school reunion was organized by the school by, WhatsApp group. And, he's mingling with old friends and he is told that a former lover of his, Janu, is coming from Singapore. Now, a lot has happened with Janu too. She's married with a husband in Singapore who, it doesn't seem like she's too happy about the marriage. But I do give her props for, staying true and things like that. Because she's still in love with Ram. But, of course, things happen, like I said, a lot of things were happening. Like, for example, they used to go to, they were in 8th grade, things like that. And what happened was, they vowed to see each other once the summer, once like the school came back in session. He never came back because the family had hit, like, he was helping out with financial stuff because, his family, got into some trouble. And so he had to help financially and he didn't go back. She thought that, he didn't like her the way they said, because they were like, professing their feelings to each other when they were younger. Years went past, and it turned out that Ram was visiting her in college, but she said, "I don't want to see you," and he was very heartbroken, thought like, wow, because of that she hates me. Turns out, no, that's not the case. She thought that he was a stalker, and the stalker was giving her a lot of trouble, so that's what she thought. She thought that was a stalker, things like that. As the movie continues, Janu is notified that he has not moved on. That Ram never got married. He never was in a relationship. He had not moved on. And she sat by it. She was like, wow, you don't need to hold out for me. Don't waste your life waiting for me. I had my life. I am having a life. Yes, I'm in this marriage, but you know what? I chose. I'm living, And near the end of the film, like, she does tell him live, because he still says, I love you and things like that. And she goes, I do too, but you need to move. Be happy, do you, don't hold up, things like that. Because, they go back to her house because she still has time to spend moments with him, because she has to go back to Singapore. And, he's helping her pack and she's telling him, don't waste your life, don't wait on me, things like that. And, she goes home and that's the end of the movie. They both grew up, it's like I said, a chance not taken. And it wasn't his fault. It wasn't their fault. Fate just had a different, path for them, and she says herself, I took my path. I'm married, whether I'm okay with the marriage or not, I chose. I still lived because it was like, I can't be living in the past. I can't be living in shoulda, woulda, coulda, I have to keep going, which is what I want you to do. And I don't know, like those kind of things, like, yeah, it's a love story, but it's like the one that got away. But, it's also, hey, live. Yes, that didn't work out, but live. Find a new way, find a new angle. Or maybe, that whatever you want will come, just perhaps a bit differently than you expected, maybe a lot smaller or a lot bigger, things like that. But, it was in fact a good movie. I did enjoy it. Like I said, it hit home because I've been in situations where, like, man, I could have done that, but I couldn't do it because didn't have a car, didn't have a license, didn't have a job because I had to focus on schooling, or like by the time I heard of it, it was already too late, or I did hear about it, but didn't have money to get the tickets, or I had the money to get the tickets, just couldn't drive, and yet parents just didn't want to fork it up, things like that. But this movie, like I said, it's all about how you feel like, I missed this opportunity, I missed that chance. Why didn't I take that chance when I did? Was I too scared? Did I choose not to do it? I feel more regret of the stuff like I had no control of than the stuff that I chose not to do, With the stuff that I chose not to do, you shouldn't feel regret of the choices you made, unless they're bad ones. Of course, that's different. But if it's like, for example, I chose to cut my hair, but it didn't work out the way I wanted to, and so I have to make do with what I got and go from there. So as you can see, yeah, it's like, oh, you've already seen the video. I wanted it like this, and as you can see, it's nothing like that. Nothing like this. But anywho, like, it is what it is, so live with it, live and learn from it, and just make do with it, When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I think my lemonade would be sour because I like sour. But yeah, that's one of those movies where, make do with what you have. You only have one life. And if you're constantly living in the past, then you're not living. You're not living. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with looking to the future, but then again, a wise man once said, the past is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why they call it the present. Yeah, I went there. But yeah, this was a good movie. It was a good movie in the sense of, like, it wasn't just romance. It was about, how we all feel like missing out, missed opportunities, choices we made, holding on to something that may never happen, and, things like that. But yeah, this was good. I liked it. So thank you, Chirag, once again for requesting this movie. I liked it, like I said. Also, did you see Love Me If You Dare, the French film? Did you see that? Because if not, then we gotta talk, Chirag. We gotta talk. No, just joking, just playing. But yeah, like I said, it was a good movie. So thank you, Chirag. I appreciate it. That's going to be it for me today, guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you want to watch this film, it's called 96, year 96, because, you know, it's a reunion for, the seniors of 1996. So if you guys want to watch it, great. If not, hey, to each their own. So, you guys have a good day and be safe there, okay, guys? Bye.